Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Ucik Fadilatus Sholichah from Biology Class D, and in this video, I will answer 5 final exam questions from the Fiqih study course. The first question is, how is the law of mut'ah marriage? Mut'ah marriage is a legacy of pre-Islamic community tradition which are intended to protect women in the tribal environment. During the Islamic era, marriage like the experience up and downs. At the time of the Prophet Muhammad SAW, mut'ah marriage and the French several changes in the law, twice permitted and twice prohibited, and finally forbidden forever. According to hadith narrated by Ibnu Majah, Rasulullah SAW said, "An Rabi ibnu Saburah an Abi radhiyallahu anhu anna Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam qala inni kuntum adinta lakum fi istimta'i minan nisa'i wa inna Allaha qad harrama dzalika ila yaumil qiyamah faman kana indahu minhunna syai'in fala yuhalli sabilillah wa la ta'khudhu mimma ataytumuhunna syai'a." From Rabbi ibn Saburah, from his father radhiyallahu an, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "I used to allow you to marry women with mut'ah, and indeed Allah has forbidden that. Why until the day of resurrection? So whoever still has a wife from the result of mut'ah marriage, he should release him and do not take anything that you have give him." In general, the scholars are of the opinion that mut'ah marriage is haram. Mut'ah marriage, according to him, is contrary to the purpose of marriage decided by the Al-Quran and Sunnah, namely a lasting marriage as long as life dead, even until the last day, which is in according with Surat Yasin verse 56. This certainly cannot be saved in if the marriage only lasts a few days, even a few years. The second question is, what is the law of organ transplantation? The law of organ transplantation in the Islamic view that the law of organ transplantation can be carried out with the aim of avoiding death. To save person life, this must be in accordance with Sharia rules. Positive law in Indonesia allows organ transplantation for disease healing and healthy recovery can be done through organ transplantation, drug implants, and or medical device. In according with the provisions stipulated and law. In the book of Sheikh Abu Bakar al-Faraidul Bahiyah, Trans Muhammad Adib al-Faraidul Bahiyah, in the year 1977, written first, "Ad-daruratu tubihul mahdurat," which mean emergency laws with is forbidden. In principle, transplant law is prohibited. However, if to help another people and no another medical means are available to cure the emergency, then the legal provision of that principle might change. The third question is, how to do postmortem for research. Islamic law allows postmortem if it is intended for research purpose. This is based on the words of Allah in Surat An-Naml verse 80. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Innaka la tusmi'ul mauta wa la tusmi'us summu du'a idza walau mudbirin. Which means, fully you can make the dead hear and make the deaf hear the call when they have turned their backs. In principle, the teaching of Islam provides guidance to its people to always ijtihad in something that does not have a text. very time solving difficult experience by human must use the mind called ijtihad in Islam, with the aim for the good of fellow human beings. Islam attaches great importance to the development of knowledge in all areas of life. From all the works of scientists give birth to a postmortem process which has a very important role in the medical field. Even when a few diseases appear whose origin has not been found, autopsy is a way out of the problem. The fourth question: how is the law of sex surgery? Hadith of Ibnu Abbas radhiyallahu anhuma. An Ibnu Abbas radhiyallahu anhuma qala la'ana Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam al-mutashabihina minar rijali bin nisa'i wa mutashabihati minan nisa'i birijali. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam cures men who imitate women and women who imitate men. In this hadith, it's very clear that imitating the opposite sex is forbidden and even the preparator is cured. Because section surgery aims to resemble to opposite sex, it is also haram. The cause of people who resemble the opposite sex is because they will remove something from what has been determined by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And finally, the fifth question: how is the law of cloning in an Islamic perspective? The law of cloning plants and animals in Islamic perspective is permissible as long as it is done for the benefits of or to avoid negative things. Cloning of plants and animals is considered to have benefits both for science and human welfare. While the law of human cloning in the Islamic perspective is forbidden for several reasons, including the child must come from a legal marriage between husband and wife. Human cloning will eliminate lineage. Children resulting from the cloning process are produced through unnatural ways, and besides, on a religious point in view, children, the process of cloning is not clear to get heirs. Whereas a person's lineage is very closely related to Islamic law, such as marriage, inheritance, and mahram relation. So, cloning can obscure or even eliminate lineage status, and this is forbidden by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam with the secure of Allah. According to his word, whoever connects lineage to someone who is not his father or a slave master, obedient to another than his master, then he will get a curse of Allah, the angels, and all mankind. Narrated by Ibnu Majah from Ibnu Abbas. I think that's enough for my answer. Thank you and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.